Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'll be talking about why I quit my full-time job to pursue my art career full-time and how I was able to do that. What are the struggles that I've faced so far? If you're new to my channel, I'm an artist from Bangalore. I graduated from Chitrikala Parishad in 2019 and I would really like your support. Every time, awkward. I woke up a little late today, hence the shabby look, but I put on a little makeup to look presentable. But here we go. So, my first ever job was an art instructor at an art studio in Bangalore. I used to teach and manage the studio. I used to take care of the customer, do customer coordination, and a little bit of marketing as well. So, I lasted 7 months at the job and then I quit because it wasn't sitting right with my goals. And then after that, I took up a content writing course online. I like writing, so I thought I'll give it a try. And I got a job in 2020 June as a content writer full time, and I did that for 2 years, almost 2 years. So the thing about content writing is that it required a lot of mental effort, research thinking, and coming up with different strategies. It taught me a lot about how to connect with my audience, how to find my audience, and strategizing, and also a little bit of marketing. I learned a lot about online marketing or digital marketing. The thing about this job is that it drains you if you're not able to write or understand what you're writing. It can mentally drain you, and that's what happened. And I was going through a lot of personal issues too. I was dealing with some minor health issues, and my emotional well-being again was very sensitive, so I couldn't focus on the job. And also it came to a point where I was not able to write at all because I was so mentally drained. I was completely drained out. It was very hard to focus and stay in the job, so I quit that in September last year. And then I decided to take a break. At this point, I had not been doing any art because I was working full time. By the time I came home, I would be very exhausted. So I had barely any time to do anything else. I also used to work on Saturday and Sunday sometime. So it was very difficult to do other things when I was working. Then why I started doing odd job, because obviously I wanted to be financially independent. I needed the money. It I don't regret working at all. It was definitely unnecessary, and it helped me in some unexpected situation where I needed some money. So yeah, it was a very rewarding experience as well, but it wasn't my path. So yeah, I was feeling completely dead. I had no fire in me, I had no spark left. I was beginning to feel nothing when I tried to make any art. That happened like after I quit my job, I started making some artwork, and the spark I felt before was gone, was completely gone. I was not enjoying painting at all. There was no feeling. Like, when you're passionate about something, like if you play a music or if you're a musician, singer, when you're doing it, you feel happy. It makes you feel alive. I did not feel any of that. So you can see the effect it had on my passion for art. Very scary time. I thought I lost it. I'd lost my touch. I honestly lost my touch. I was not able to paint or draw anything. I had a lot of ideas, but I could not express them very well. So, what I did was I just took some time to adjust to the new circumstances. And from this year on, I started making art. I'm like, okay, new year resolution, I'm going to make art. I'm going to focus on my art career, see how it goes. I made some more portrait orders. I also sold two original paintings. It's been going well. It's hard to keep it up, but it's going well actually. Much better than I thought. Art is something that definitely gives a sense of purpose in my life, and it keeps me grounded to earth. And when I was in school, I used to read a lot of for these uh, fiction books or classic novels. I enjoyed reading them. I used to read a lot in school. What happened was, I would get so into it, into the stories, into the adventure, that I would use them as escape. So in after I read, when I went back to class, I used to fantasize about the things I read, the stories I read, and it eventually became an obsession, obsessively thinking about the stories I read, and it was very hard to focus on the class, on my studies, because I would use them as escapism, right? Like, I'm sitting in the class, it's boring, and I'm just thinking about the story, this book I read in the library, and I'm trying to recall it. And it became an obsession, and it became very problematic to a point where I could not sleep if I did not obsess about it. I could not stop that obsession, and also it would make me feel very detached from reality. That's the thing, like, when you read some really good fiction books, you sort of feel that way, right? So yeah, it I was feeling very detached from everyday life. Like, I had no interest in dealing with it. It was very problematic because it made it difficult to deal with everyday life. It's like I did not want to be here. I wanted to be in the books. So yeah, but what art does is, even though I'm painting something very story like, very fiction-ish, it keeps me grounded to reality, and it keeps me grounded to everyday life. It helps me balance between the both. So that's what art does, and oh man, I cannot describe the feeling when I'm making art, the feeling I experience when I make art. It's like um it gives me a purpose in life. And there were a lot of times when I did not make art, like when I was working or when I was feeling depressed. I wouldn't make any art. I can definitely tell you that I felt so lost. I felt like my life had no direction. Like I had nothing to look forward to. Like, it's it's like there is no path ahead. It felt like that. So yeah, making art is definitely something that I cannot let go. It it is a big part of me, who I am, and my life. Was I able to make my art career work? The thing is, I had no clue on how to make it work after I finished college, and I did not have any strategies. I didn't even know what strategy was. Like, I mean, I knew what it meant, but I didn't know how to come up with one. So I was very lost, right? So after my content writing job, it I thought about how I could use some of the strategies that we use in content marketing to achieve my personal goal. So what I did was, I came up with a few strategies. I set up some goals, some short-term goals, some long-term goals, and I listed some strategies to reach them. So some of them were social media marketing, networking, and other things. I'm not going to reveal. You'll have to do the work if you're watching this. But yeah, definitely coming up with strategy was the right thing to do, and it helped me. And I started networking along with this. And the thing is, being a full-time artist does not mean that we are just painting and drawing all day. We are making art all day long. That is so wrong. We also do some social media marketing, digital marketing, networking, sales, email marketing. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that people don't know. And if you're an artist like me, you should definitely come up with strategies. Like if you're a fine artist who wants to do gallery shows, that sort of thing, please do come up with strategies, do a lot of marketing, research your audience, and networking is one of the best thing you can do. You have to network at least 2 hours a day, uh, for at least like 3 to 4 days a week, both online and offline. I started going to gallery shows. I met people, I interacted with them, and I also showed them my works. And I was able to sell to painting through networking. So it definitely works. You just have to be patient and know what kind of people you have to connect to make it to work. Now I have developed a mindset where I try to come up with solution rather than quit doing what I'm doing. So yeah, definitely develop a mindset of finding solution that helps you. And then motivation, what keeps me motivated? It's the fear of going back to doing odd job that keeps me motivated. Major motivation source. I It's a nightmare to just do that routine every day. You work, you go sleep, you work, you wake up, you go sleep. It's a nightmare. So yeah, that fear keeps me motivated to work hard on my art. It's okay, it's working. Not as good as I wanted it to be, but I'm just grateful that I'm able to do this. So some other things that keeps me motivated to make art and try my best to be successful at it is to make my mother and my grandmother proud. And without their support, it would have been impossible to do this. So, yeah, and I come from a family of women who are independent, who are hardworking, and they have achieved some really high level position in their work. And I want to keep up to that standard, so that keeps me motivated. And also the support I get from my best friends. Shout out to Divya and Prabhakar, who have supported me unconditionally. I love you guys. And the other thing is that I developed some self discipline and schedule. So, why I quit my job? Because I have my entire life to work, to do odd job, to earn salary, money, income, whatever it is. I have my entire life to do that. And later on in life, I'm going to have many other responsibilities which may not allow me to focus on other things like art. Now I don't have that much of responsibilities, I barely have any. And even though I can't be financially independent, at least I have the time to do what I want. This is the time. I'm young, I have very few responsibilities, and later on I won't regret not trying. The longer I don't do something about it, the harder it will be to get back into it. Like if I'm working, if I'm doing odd job, I won't be able to focus on art. I've tried, trust me, I've tried to balance both, but it's impossible. And it was very hard to get back into art because I had lost that spark, right? That was my little bit of experience after college, my life after college. So, if you're an artist like me, please don't lose hope. If you're struggling like me, please don't lose hope. You have to do it strategically, and try to reevaluate your work and be very critical about your own work. That will help you develop new perspectives and help you make new goals that are solid, more solid. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. You can check out my works on my Instagram, Polychromic. The link is in the description. I have a lot of time to talk about other things, so I'll just cut it short. Hopefully it wasn't too long. But thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye.